السادس, the sixth of the 10 matters, محبة الأهل والأقارب والعشيرة. And he is a person's love of their family and their immediate family and their extended family. يرى أنه إذا اتبع الحق وخالفهم أبعدوه وطردوه عنهم وأخرجوه من بين أظهرهم. وهذا سبب بقاء خلق كثير على الكفر بين قومهم وأهاليهم وعشائرهم. And this love that they have for their family, they believe that if they were to follow the truth and oppose their family, that they would abandon them, they would boycott them, that they would distance them from them, and that they would expel them from their midst. And this is the reason that many of the creation remain upon disbelief, to stay in a comfortable situation with their family, with their immediate and their extended family. السبب السابع, the seventh reason, محبة الدار والوطن وإن لم يكن له بها عشيرة ولا أقارب, is a person's love for his homeland. A person's love for his homeland, for his place of residence, even if he doesn't have any family there, immediate or extended family there. لكن يرى أن في متابعة الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم خروجه عن داره ووطنه إلى دار الغربة والنوى فيظن بوطنه. And he sees that the only way for him to follow the Prophet ﷺ would be that you have to move. He can't stay where he's at amongst these people of disbelief. The only way for him to be a Muslim and practice Islam is to leave from his neighborhood, or to leave from his city, or maybe even leave from his country. And he holds fast, يظن, and he greedily clings to his homeland and his city and so on and so forth. And he refuses to enter into Islam. السبب الثامن, the eighth of 10 reasons, تخيل أن في الإسلام ومتابعة الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم إزراء وطعنا منه على آبائه وأجداده وضما لهم. And that he imagines and thinks that by entering into Islam and by following the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, he will be dishonoring and disgracing and disrespecting and throwing contempt and blame upon his ancestors. وهذا هو الذي منع أبا طالب وأمثاله عن الإسلام استعظموا آباءهم وأجدادهم أن يشهدوا عليهم بالكفر والضلال. It's a very difficult thing for a person to admit that all of their ancestors were upon kufr and dalal. Abu Talib refused to enter into Islam, and those that are like him refused to enter into Islam because it was too difficult for them. It was something too weighty and too great for them to admit that their ancestors died upon disbelief and died upon misguidance. A person could look perhaps for hundreds of years into the past, perhaps all the way to the time of the Prophet ﷺ, and not find another person in his ancestry, another person in his family descent who was a Muslim besides him. It's very difficult for a person to say that my great auntie, my great uncle, my grandmother, my grandfather, my mother who passed or my father who passed, they died upon kufr. It's very difficult. It comes in a hadith of Al-Miqdad ibn al-Aswad, when a man passed by him and he said, Tuba li hatayn al-aynayn alatay ra'ata Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. May Allah reward these two eyes with goodness and reward that physically saw the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Wallahi, we would have loved to seen what you saw and witness what you witnessed. فاستغضب, became enraged and upset. He said, ما يحمل رجلا أن يتمنى محضرا غيبه الله عنه. What will cause a man to wish to have seen something that Allah kept hidden from him? لا يدري لو شهده كيف كان يكون فيه. He doesn't know how he would have responded in those early days of Islam. You don't know what it was like for us. He said, لقد رأى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أقوام أكبهم الله على مناخرهم في جهنم. The Prophet ﷺ was physically seen by people. And despite their having seen and witnessed the Prophet ﷺ, Allah cast them on their nostrils in the hellfire. They didn't believe in him. They didn't follow the Prophet ﷺ. He said, and a man in that time who would enter into Islam, وَقَدْ فَتَحَ اللَّهَ قُفْلَ قَلْبِهِ لِلْإِيمَانِ, and Allah will have removed the barrier upon his heart so that he could believe. By his father and his son and his... By his parent or his child or his sibling remain as a disbeliever. May Allah guide our families. He said, how could I ever find satisfaction and happiness while knowing that if his loved one died, they would enter the fire? He said, these are those people that Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala mentioned when he said, they say, الذين يقولون ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذريتنا قرة أعين وجعلنا للمتقين إماما. O Allah, grant us from our families and from our progeny the coolness of our eyes and make us leaders for the people of taqwa. So a person has a hard time with that fact. You call them to Islam, you call them to the truth. And their ancestors were upon kufr and shirk. And they said, how could we say this? This is something azim, it is heavy, it is weighty, it is difficult to admit that somebody that you loved, those that you came from their loins, they died upon disbelief. وَأَنْ يَخْتَارُوا خِلَافَ مَا اخْتَارَ أُولَٰئِكَ لِأَنفُسِهِمْ, and to choose for himself something contrary to what they chose for themselves. وَرَأَوْا أَنَّهُمْ مِنْ أَسْلَمُوا سَفَّهُ أَهْلَامَ أُولَٰئِكَ, and they believed that if they were to enter into Islam, that they would declare their ancestors to be fools. وَضَلَّلُوا عُقُولَهُمْ, and they would declare them to have been foolish in mind. وَرَمَّوْهُمْ بِأَقْبَحِ الْقَبَائِحِ, and that they would have been accusing their ancestors of the most repugnant of insults. وَهُوَ الْكُفْرُ وَالشِّرْكُ, which is to label them with kufr and shirk. وَلِهَذَا قَالَ أَعْدَاءُ اللَّهِ لِأَبِي طَالِبٍ عِنْدَ الْمَوْتِ تَرْغَبُوا عَنْ مِلَّةِ عَبْدِ الْمُطَّلِبِ. For this reason, the enemies of Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, from the chieftains of the disbelievers, they said to Abu Talib at the time of his death, you desire something other than the religion of Abdul Muttalib? فَكَانَ آخِرُ مَا كَلَّمَهُمْ بِهِ هُوَ عَلَى مِلَّةِ عَبْدِ الْمُطَّلِبِ. And the last thing that he said to them is that he is still upon the religion of Abdul Muttalib.